Hi guys, Jed Johnson from Diesel Crew here. Thanks for checking out my channel. What I want to talk to you about today is 3 of the types of instant thick bar handles that are on the market. I want to give you a little bit of information about each one, and hopefully this will give you the information you need in order to make a wise choice on whether to get these or not. So what I've got here is the 3 main types that I know about, and they are Fat Gripz, Gripz, and Tyler Gripz. Now, Tyler Gripz is the one that's been around the longest. They just didn't get a lot of attention right away. The one that most people know about is Fat Gripz because they're all over the place. And then one that has more recently come on the market is Gripz. Now, I've used all of these in my training, and I honestly feel that they're all good in ways and they're all limited in some ways. First off, let's look at exactly how these things are used. I'll start with the Fat Gripz because this one is the one that's gotten the most attention. These will snap right onto a dumbbell. So it takes roughly 3 seconds to pop this right onto your dumbbell, and then you instantly have a thick bar. Okay? Now when you're thinking about training for grip strength, the easiest way that you can start doing it is by using implements that are larger. So you can see here, my hand is automatically open when I squeeze onto the Fat Gripz handle. So anytime that I perform a repetition, whether it's rows, curls, or if I stick this onto my chin-up bar, my hand is going to be in an open position. I'm going to have to work harder in order to maintain my grip. So that is the whole concept about these devices. Your hand is in a more open position. So it's similar to using an axle or a fat-handled dumbbell. It's similar to using a big thick rope and doing rope battling. It's the same concept. Your hand is in an open position, and therefore it has to work harder, and it also ends up stressing the thumb more. So you get that added benefit. Now as we move on, also have the Gripz. Now here's the difference, the main difference between Fat Gripz and Gripz. When you put Gripz onto the handle, you have to squeeze down in order to perform the movement. So there's more activity here. So if you're familiar with kettlebell training and some of the writings of Pavel, he talks about the way that you can change emphasis in your training. Okay, so if you squeeze something with a little bit of pressure, you can help yourself. If you squeeze with too much pressure, you can actually confuse your body, and it becomes a bit more difficult in order to perform the movement. So because you have to squeeze here, and it is a level of squeezing that's fairly heavy, it's much more heavy than people realize, especially if they haven't trained grip. This can be a very confusing way to train. It can be very cumbersome. Now, here's the thing. Because that you're increasing the hand involvement, these are going to work your hands differently than the Fat Gripz, because you really only have to maintain your grip in one position, one angle, especially for rows that are pulls, rows, chins, if you're using a pull-down handle, etc. With this, especially in curls, I've found that as you move, you have to constantly be changing and monitoring the level of force that you generate into the Gripz handle. So when you think about it, using the Gripz is much more similar to a real-life aspect, such as an example would be grappling or wrestling. As you're maintaining a grip on something, you're not just maintaining a grip in one way, one angle, one force the whole entire time. You have to constantly adjust. So this would come in and become more functional, if you will, than something like this. The other thing that is a little bit different is the fact that you have to engage your thumb with the Gripz handles over the Fat Gripz. Now, obviously, the thumb is involved with Fat Gripz unless you go with a fully thumbless grip. The difference is, if you maintain a static position with your fingers with the Gripz and concentrate on firing the thumb forward, you can see the thumb is moving forward there. This will work your thumb in a much different way. So if you're looking for training your hands in an aspect specific to grip lifts, grip competitions, grip sport, then this could again be something that's more valuable to you because this motion is utilized for gripper training. The other one that's on the market is Tyler Gripz. Now here's the difference between Tyler Gripz and Fat Gripz. They both have the opening where you can just slide it over a handle. However, Tyler Gripz are angled, they're tapered. So at the top of the Tyler Gripz, they're narrower than the Fat Grip handle, and then on the bottom, they're actually wider than the Fat Grip handle. So to me, this is very, very distracting. When you're training to lift things such as the axle, or when you're training to lift the inch dumbbell, the handle has a thickness that is consistent from end to end. The Tyler Gripz does not have that. When I asked the company why they went with this design, it was because they wanted to mimic more of what's found out in nature, and they pointed to like kids climbing on tree branches and things like that, how it has a taper to it. So that's what they were going for there. However, if you get the tapered type, I don't think you're going to be very happy with it. I hate to give them a bad review, but the thing is, with the tapered handle like this, it just feels weird in your hand. So I really don't recommend these to anyone. You're free to check them out if you want to. My suggestion, if you're just interested in building better hand strength, go with Fat Gripz. If you're looking at a way to build not only hand strength, but also build your thumb and to probably cross over into a more functional area of training, then you might want to go with the Grip Force. Now the Grip Force comes in two strength levels. They have the black and they also have red. So red is a lighter strength level, and it could be a bit more appropriate for the women lifters or people with smaller hands that are having trouble developing grip strength as well. So these are, again, on the market. They're great, they're awesome, and they will help you build grip strength without having to buy a lot of other equipment. You're able to snap them onto your bar, your dumbbell, pull-up handle, etc. very, very quickly. If you're doing pull-ups and you can only get a few with the Fat Gripz handles, you could just drop down, slide them out of the way, and perform the rest of your set with just gripping the normal bar. Alright, so there are some options out there. Give them a look, and if you're interested in buying them, I have links right down below. They are my affiliate links. If you have any questions on training with these, feel free to get a hold of me once you get them. Alright, thanks for your time, and all the best in your training. See ya.